What's going on, guys? Paranoid back here, bringing you another video. What I got for you guys today is, I promised last time with my Air Force BMT Zero Night video, I'd be breaking down a week-by-week standpoint of what goes on in Air Force basic training. So what we're going to talk about is Zero Week, probably the most dreaded week you will ever have in your entire Air Force career. You march probably 25 to 28 miles in that week. You're tired. You're a little anxious because things are just, they're all over the place. But lucky for you guys, I happen to, you're not supposed to do this technically, but I wanted to remember everything that goes like down at basic training. People are like, oh, I don't really remember Zero Week. Like, I got my buddy right here, Boblick.
Yo.
He came over.
Was good.
And so, like, do you remember anything from Zero Week?
Remember everybody sleeping, like, not sleeping, except me. Like, I slept like a fucking rock. But, oh, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah. I remember never knowing what was going on. Just, like, people yelling in my face. Just random MTIs. And just, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And just doing everything wrong. No matter what, you always do something wrong. So.
Yeah, so I mean, you got his aspect of it. The thing is people just don't remember. Sorry, I just got a new tripod, so I'm trying to make this work, trying to flip it around. But as you can see, like, not too many people remember what goes on, and so I thought of, I'm gonna write it down because I promised you guys that I'd bring a video about this. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna write it down. So I literally have it from Zero Night to day 8, what I did. And I actually broke down some other things, that just like funny things that happened through. So I'll probably run through some of those in the next video. But Zero Night, I wrote it down. So it was Tuesday. You going on a Tuesday night, Zero Night, about 2 hours of sleep, like I said in the last video. That like we were given 2 hours. I didn't get a full 2 hours. In processing and lots of waiting, sitting in the PRC. Day 1, marching. Initial clothing issue. Like, most people think you're going to be in your ABU or your civilian clothes for like a couple days. I had my ABUs the next day. Like, I was fitting in my ABUs. It was crazy. You get your boots, first chow, your breakfast chow. That's a terrifying thing. We actually we did really good with it though. Our MTIs were actually really impressed with us. And then briefings, tons of briefings. Holy hell. Briefings will be the death of you in the military in general, but in BMT, my goodness, there's a lot. And then sleeping again. And day 2, shots, vaccines, more briefings, marching. Oh my gosh, marching. Learning to march. That was actually a big problem for a lot of people, surprisingly. All marching is walking with your hands clenched and not slouching, just standing up straight. You're just walking at attention, you know. Your phone call home, you know, the scripted one that's like, hello, it's your son. I've arrived at basic training at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. I'm alive. They haven't killed me yet. But yeah, and then locker checks, so they go through all your stuff, and then your urination test. And I don't know if I told you this, guys, before, but our urination test, our urinalysis test, was literally scheduled for, I think, lights out was 9 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Yeah, lights out was 9. You were in bed at 9. Our urinalysis thing was scheduled for 9:45 at night. So, 21:45.
Yep.
And we didn't get back till about 23:45 to 2400 hours. So it sucked. We didn't get much sleep that night. Day 3, more marching movements. You'll learn. I think we learned left flanks that day. Left, right flanks, maybe. Column movements. You'll learn those. Left flank, right flank, column left, column right, column half left, column half right, about face, to the rear, things like that. Meetings, we learn to make beds 3rd day. So your desk cover beds, those are fun. They actually are kind of fun, to be honest. They're not too bad. People really overhype it. And then worked on our lockers. So getting our ABUs in there, making sure they look good. Day 4, first PT day. It was a Saturday, and that was not fun. You're already tired as it is, and I think our first PT day was a run day. Thank the Lord it was, because the strength days there, people hype up other branches PT as crazy and stuff, but I did not expect Air Force PT to be that like strenuous. Like the amount of things you do push up and sit up wise. I mean, for me going in there, because I had to cut a bunch of weight to go in, it made it a lot harder because I didn't build up my strength as much as I should have. But I mean, doing like 150 push-ups, like 150 sit-ups, up downs, mountain climbers, leg lifts, what else? A bunch of other stuff. It got tiring, to be honest. So first week briefing, more marching practice. The first trainee in our flight got blown up for the first time. I won't give his name, but I wrote it down because I remembered it was hilarious. Talked with our MTI about BMT. They gave us the rundown of what we should know and things like that. It's called Airman's Time at the end of the day. You'll learn about that more. That's a fun thing, especially if you have an MTI with a lot of stories about their life. And then study memory work. Your memory work, you will get that. I actually have mine right here. I did have it right here. I'm not gonna, if I don't see it right away, I'll probably just go back over. I'll make another video. I'll make another video talking about that. Your memory work is your chain of command, your ranks, your M16 weapons, the Airman's Creed, Air Force song, what to do in certain emergencies, what certain sirens mean, and I think that's everything on that. So you get that, you learn to study that. That's literally, if you don't have that down, oh my gosh, will you ever be in trouble. Day 5, that was Sunday, went to church. Even if you're not religious, guys, I would still try to find a service because on Sundays you're literally left alone in the dorm, and it's kind of cool just to get out, walk around, not be cooped up, and you get to go somewhere with your fellow trainees. Had an EC class that night. They wake you up in the middle of the night to teach you EC. That was cool. Wrote some letters, cleaned the dorm. Day 6, 8 hours of classes. That was our first month, like our first Monday. 8 hours of classes straight. And then did details. Day 7 was the following Tuesday. So this isn't the next week. We got our shots, like our initial shots. Dental and hearing. Marched to Jody's the first time we ever marched to Jody's. Man, did that make you feel good. You've been there a week. Your morale's kind of down. You know, you're tired, stuff like that. And then you get your first Jody and you're like, dude, this is sick. Especially with our MTI, he had some of the best Jodies ever. M16s, they were issued to us, and we had our classes on those. And then day 8, the following Wednesday, we learned, we practiced more on our dust cover beds, worked on M16 practice, had our first EC duty. That was my first day on EC. Got my first letter from my mom. Went and did our CAC card filing for our paperwork, like our paperwork for that. But yeah, that's basically what your 0 week's gonna look like in a show. A lot of meetings, a lot of marching, a lot of like tedious stuff that they make you learn right away because you need to learn that stuff to get through basic training. Especially wall lockers. If you don't have a good wall locker, you're gonna struggle in basic training because you can actually not graduate basic training for having a bad wall locker. I passed all mine except for the first one. No one passes the first one. They literally make it that way to stress you out. So don't get down if you feel bad about not passing your first wall locker inspection. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys did like this video, don't forget to hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. And if you have any comments about what other things you want me to talk about basic training or things about here at tech school, I can bring up plenty of that. Bob, look over there. He's probably got some stories and things he can bring up as well. So leave those in the comments below. I'll be happy to respond to them, happy to make videos. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be down in the description below as usual. So I hope you guys leave some comments. Love to interact with you guys. If you are new to the channel or leaving for basic training soon, type it in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you guys about that too. It's a great experience. You guys will enjoy it very much. But until next time, peace out. I love you all, and stay paranoid.